Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Sunday, August 8th, 2017. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. First, a check of the current scaling. Only 355 blocks needed for a lock-in, with lock-in expected on Tuesday, August 8th. That's coming up soon. The price of Bitcoin was down around 0.74%, but has a new all-time high of 3,318, with a low of 3,157 and a last of 32.23. The price of Bcash is down with a high of 246 on Kraken, maybe even 248 on Sexio, and a low of 196 on Bitfinex. Single trader with enormous bankroll is manipulating the Bitcoin price, but to what end? And is it even a single trader or perhaps a group of whales? Either way, someone's been selling into their own trades and perhaps attempting to affect the price of Bitcoin, which works until you meet a larger whale. Bitcoin price surges to above 3K to record, more than tripling this year, while Bitcoin Cash struggles. Not much more you can say about that. There's a house full of cryptocurrency gurus in San Francisco, and it's like a modern-day commune. Congratulations to the Crypto Castle for being featured in CNBC. Full disclosure, Mad Bitcoins also once lived at the Crypto Castle. And finally, why do some people call Bitcoin Cash Bcash? And this is a big mistake that they've made at Bitcoin.com. As they say here, if you find someone that's using Bcash, they're probably hoping that this nickname will lead to confusion and diminish adoption rates, because Bcash must use the word Bitcoin at all times. The abbreviation Bcash is not the proper name, nor a commonly used abbreviation of Bcash, and is a hostile attempt to confuse users. It would be best to proceed with caution when dealing with anyone who would use the term Bcash instead of the currency's actual name, Bitcoin Cash. And the reason this is a big mistake is because of something called the Streisand effect. I'm not sure if you guys know, but in 2003, Barbara Streisand attempted to hide photos of her house and keep it off the internet, to which the internet promptly responded by giving us lots of photos of Barbara Streisand's house. The same thing is about to happen to Bcash. Even right here on a Google image search for Bcash, we see that their own supporters are attempting to use the name. Now you must fight your own supporters. And that's to say nothing of all the people who right now are looking for Barbara Streisand's house and hopefully decorating it with Bcash. We're also joined by Jimmy Song for a quick check of the scaling. I'm all over the place today with words. Jimmy, we're scaling on Tuesday. Segregated witness?
Yes. Let me just say one thing about Bcash versus Bitcoin Cash. I think the whole argument is stupid. It's all predicated on like confusing these noobs that might be coming in. Most people that are coming into this stuff are smart. My friend Pierre Rochard, he spent like $20 on Amazon Mechanical Turk and asked people what's the price of Bitcoin Cash. Like more than half got it right. It's like, and these are people that probably know nothing about Bitcoin. So yeah, like people have Google, like information is out there. Don't worry about confusion. It is what it is. And like people are going to figure it out either way. So, I mean, don't get so sensitive about this stuff, people. It's not a big deal. Anyway, sorry about my commentary there. Just an update. Segregated witness is still scheduled for Tuesday. Looks like there's a lot of hash power on there. As far as Bitcoin Cash goes, BitClub seems to have mined 3 blocks overnight, but they haven't since. So it's possible that they put some hash power on the network and pulled it back. Over the past 3 days and 7 hours or so, since the difficulty adjusted downward to about 26% of Bitcoins, we've been seeing about 1 block per hour. And that means that it's going to take a really long time for the normal 2016, block difficulty adjustment period. That happens every 2016 blocks, and that's the code that was sort of pulled over from Core. And that's sort of when we can expect the next difficulty adjustment. But it's 1,100 something blocks away for Bitcoin Cash. So that's going to take something like 45 days if it goes at the same rate, unless there's more hash power that's ported over. It looks like we're going to get pretty slow blocks. And if exchanges are demanding something like 20 confirmations, you can expect it to take about a day before it's confirmed, which is at least a little bit better than sending a check. But it's going to take a long time still.
And Jimmy, what about the story yesterday where a block was mined on Bcash and it said F Bcash in the block? Did that mess up their distribution curve? Did that mess up their difficulty?
Yeah, so I wrote a story on CoinDesk regarding this, but my speculation was that there may be miners may be incentivized to mine on Bcash if they want Bitcoin to succeed, right? Like if you want Bitcoin Cash to not difficulty adjust downward, you have to make sure that there are at least 6 blocks every 12 hours. And the miner, I think, what was their name? They had a particular name. I think it was like Supernova. Yeah, they put a profane message in the Bitcoin Cash blockchain, and it was after about 4 hours of not finding blocks that they mined one, and it was very clear that they didn't like it. And they're doing that because they're trying to make it so that Bitcoin Cash doesn't adjust downward again. And if there's no block found for 12 hours, for example, it would go from 26.2% of Bitcoin's hash rate to something like 6.5%. So it becomes like 14.5 times easier to mine on Bitcoin Cash than Bitcoin. And given price, it might give miners incentive to move over because it would be so easy. So yeah, there's a lot of sort of gamesmanship going on here, because even if you hate Bitcoin Cash as a miner, you might want to mine there every once in a while if you see no blocks for a very long time, just to prevent that difficulty adjustment.
The things we love are also the things that we hate. Just like to thank everybody for joining us on this live Sunday morning. If everyone could give us a thumbs up and a share. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe down below. We're also joined by Tone Vase with a quick check of the markets. Go ahead, Tone.
Hey guys, I got my screen share. Hey Jimmy, so I just checked. It looks like they did mine about 5 blocks in the last hour. So that's actually interesting. But I don't know if these stats are correct. I'm hearing reports that, lots of people are mining invalid blocks left and right. So I have no idea what's really going on. Mining isn't exactly my specialty. So let's get to that specialty. And now we're looking at the price of Bitcoin. These are weekly candles, and they are geared more towards traders. And I know a lot of people don't really understand what these numbers mean. And I will be doing a show later today on my channel that's going to dig into this a little bit more. But as a quick overview, I remain very bullish on the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin went bullish for me this past Monday. So this entire week has been great. The bullish entry was 28.25 on the weekly Bitstamp charts, which is the long-term view. At this point, I would give it the highest probability that we will have 6 more weeks of upside, which will probably take us right into the 2x debate of the New York agreement. The daily chart, I tweeted out this ascending triangle just before the big pop. I think it was still in the 2,900 range when I tweeted it out. And I was expecting a pop of $600 to the upside. I expected it even earlier. I expected it about a week and a half ago, but now it's coming in again. The targets point to the same number. They're pointing to 3,500. When do I expect this 3,500? Well, we're right now, if this is day number 4 of this bull run, potentially 5 more days of upside. So maybe 5 more days of upside, and then around 3,500 would be ideal for a little pullback. It would be unfortunate if we pull all the way back to 2,900, but even if we do, that would still be reasonable within the daily uptrend. All right, back to you, Thomas.
All right, thanks, Tone, for that report. And everyone, stay tuned to the World Crypto Network. We've got another show coming up today. We've got the Bitcoin News with the Vortex, and he's around 12 noon Pacific time. He's got a lot of guests. Richard Hart. I don't remember the others, but it should be a great show. He's tweeting about it.
I think Vinny Lingham, who after he tweeted out last night that he's back in on Bitcoin. So we'll see what he has to say.
Oh, Vinny is gonna get some. Oh man,
you'll want to tune in because people are gonna ask him about that.
Vinny, of course, famously told everyone to sell in the 900 to 1200 range, and now we're seeing 3,200 Bitcoin. So
yeah, I mean, he tweeted last night he's back in, so we'll all see.
Vinny's gonna get trolled hard. Sorry, Vinny.
Sorry, Vinny. Indeed, should be a good show. But check back later today on the World Crypto Network. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks for giving us a thumbs up and a share. If you'd like to donate, we've got the QR code. It's been a really exciting week. We've had a great time making these shows for you, and we'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.